everyone, this is Carson back again, and I'm back again with another Hot Wheels collection update video. It's been a while since I've uploaded on the channel, well, probably excluding the Smash videos. It's been a while since I've uploaded a collection update video, mainly because there's been a dry spell in the area that I live in. Ignore my dog in the background. Yeah, it's been a while since I've updated. I think it's been about a week since I've uploaded. Well, now these are all mainline cars. I think it's been about a few weeks since I've updated last time. What was like? Oh, and there was something else I wanted to address. Thank you all so much for 1,000 subscribers. It really means a lot to me. I will try to figure out a way to streamline the channel a little bit, and I will do some things to streamline the channel, but I just haven't thought of what. And I will do a subscriber special video, but I don't know what to do at the moment. But I will do a 1,000 subscriber special video at the meantime. But right now I just haven't thought of what to do in the meantime. But with enough of me talking, I'm gonna go ahead and show off my new cars. There's around 18 of them. Yeah, I think there's 18 of them. So let's go ahead and start off with this guy. This is Too Tough. This is by the way, these are the G and F case cars. Wasn't able to find any treasure hunts from these two assortments, but this is the recolored Too Tough. I haven't checked Walmart to see if they got the new mystery models, but I will check eventually. The design is a little bit basic, but the physical design looks pretty cool. Oh, and if you're wondering why the wheels make this noise, they're supposed to make this noise whenever it rolls. I don't know why it does that, but they always do this. They're like off-road wheels. Here's a casting that I already noticed right off the bat that's been changed. I have one of its last releases, the Buns of Steel. On the back, it had two exhaust pipes sticking out, but now it no longer has them. And now it has nothing in the back. That's the only change that this casting underwent. And sorry if the lighting isn't that good, but actually, because there's a light switch nearby, I'm actually gonna turn on the lights here. And I'm just gonna take my jacket off just so my sleeve doesn't get a little distracting. Anyways, let's keep going. I'm gonna save these cars very last. There are a lot of new models in this case that I got. Oh, here's one that I want to show off. Oh, and here's another one too. This is Speedbox from the Super Chromes. I have the chrome version of this one, as you might have already seen, if you've been keeping up. This is the gold version. I heard there's a gold Electrac coming out. And I haven't seen the Corvette Stingray that was to come out in the G case assortment, which I really need to find to complete the series. It rolls very smoothly. Here are two cars from the same series. I'm going to open up simultaneously. Actually, no, there's another one. There's another one too. 3 cars from the same series. HW50 Concept, Rise and Climb, and Exotique. I love saying the name. Exotique. Exotique in French. Here's Exotique. Saw this one in a couple multi-packs. Wasn't able to get it just because I didn't want to buy the multi-packs just for this car. Here's the top pattern. Looks cool. Very abstract. It's like, I don't know how to describe this shade of, like, not quartz, but like this shade of brown. It's like a beige color. I think that's what it was. Just like Kadeen's Crazy 8s. Rise and Climb. And you're gonna notice like something with all the Speed Blur cars. They all have gray wheels, not like black wheels like a normal Hot Wheels car would. I don't know why, but they have all gray wheels except for I think Godzilla, that Nissan that Tanner Fox had. Second release or third release if you can count the recolor for Rise and Climb. This one looks pretty cool. Rolls good. So far, no cars that didn't make it. And last for this series is HW50 Concept. This one looked pretty good. This one looks pretty cool, especially for this car, the HW50 Concept. I saw this one in a couple multi-packs, but I didn't want to get a multi-pack just for this car, despite them having other multi-pack cars like the Gazella R. Which I still need to find, that blue Gazella R. This design pattern feels a little similar, like the Phantom logo cars. Here's a screen time car. It is the Spider-Mobile. I remember someone on Instagram actually ran across this with the car facing the other way. Now, it may look a little off. That's because the hood in the front is a little chipped, but it'll have to do. Now, this is not technically a new car. This has been released before in the Pop Culture series, but now this is like I think this is its first time in the mainline series, which is pretty cool. Yes, I know you're here, Expo. Go lay down. Go lay down. That's my dog. Yeah, the design looks a little basic, but not that's bad. I mean, it's nice and basic, nice and straightforward, not all fancy like the Pop Culture cars. Here is an Experimotors car, Skull Shaker. Oh. Flew out of the package. And I think the wheels got a little bit bent. Just hope it rolls good. Oh man. Oh, the head shakes, but I think the back wheels are bent. Just like a little, yeah, the back wheel's a little bit bent, which causes it to not roll as good. But at least the head moves, but I think it's gonna get caught on the, yeah, it's gonna, I don't know how to feel. I mean, it's rolling okay, but it's like, I don't know if that was from the impact or if that was from, I don't know what that was from. Here is Rip Rod. Love this recolor. Love this recolor. I think this is better than the blue version, to be honest. Here is an X-Racers card that I managed to find. This is Carbinator. And of course, I'm not gonna stop saying this for any of the people who are new to my channel. This is the car that is known to have this bottle opening functionality. I thought I noticed something odd with the tampo's a little uneven with this one. I just noticed that. I didn't even notice that when I initially got it. Didn't even pay attention to that. I don't know if it'll be that noticeable, but basically you take the car and then you just pry the bottle cap open. Pretty cool casting. Here is another one. This one I don't talk about this that often. Rocket Fire. This reminds me a lot of the gold version that came out a couple years back. I'm trying to think. Yeah, back in 2009, that's what this thing reminded me of. Okay, that sounded way out of context. This reminds me of the version back in 2009, but I don't have the gold version that came out in 2009. I also have the red version of this casting, as some of you may remember. And on to the last basic card, and I think this one, I don't know how popular this one is, but this is the crossover of Scooby-Doo and Batman Brave of the Bold. This is like a fusion of the Batman car with the Batmobile, no, not Batman car, what am I even saying? I'm not that cultured. The Batmobile mixed with the Mystery Machine. I was a little bit surprised to see this one. Now, I don't know much about Scooby-Doo and Batman Brave and the Bold, but what I do know is it's some kind of crossover that happened with Scooby-Doo and Batman. That's all I know. I forgot when it happened. Yeah, it doesn't say anything on the back. But this design is very different. Very different for a Batmobile. Wasn't into picking this one up at first, but then I gave in and I was like, you know what, I'll pick it up. Now on to some new castings that are brand new for this assortment. And we're gonna start off with this G-Case car, and I think, no, the first two are gonna be G-Case cars, and the last four are F-Case cars. This first one is called Turbone Charged. Very unusual name, Turbone Charged. Almost seems like a Bone Shaker type casting, but I like this one. This one looks pretty cool. It's got the Steely 8s in front and the PR5s in the back. It's got this huge turbine in the back. Very unusual casting, but I like it. And I'll show you guys the description of the casting if you guys want to see it. And up next is a repurposed Hot Wheels car, as I'd like to call it. This is Slide Kick. This one was shown at the Toy Fair earlier this year. And by the way, Turbone Charge is like a semi, this part's made of, the chrome parts are made of plastic, and this black part's made of metal, and this gray part's made of plastic. This casting has a plastic body. This part's made of plastic, and the base is made of metal. And some of you may remember the name a little bit. It may sound a little familiar because this part slides out. That is because this is a repurposed Hot Wheels car. There was an older Hot Wheels car named Sidekick, and it had the exact same functionality. You pull the exhaust pipes you would pull the exhaust pipes, and same applies to the older one. Well, this is a more modernized version, and the exhaust pipes would basically click into place. Well, this is like I said, this is a more modernized version of this casting. Don't know how to feel about this one. I'm sure a lot of the older collectors who used to collect the Sidekick, I'm sure maybe someone may get in their feelings about this casting, but here's the other side. But this one I think looks a little cool. It reminds me a bit of Skydome. It's the first release of Skydome, to be specific. And here's my first F-Case new model that I'll show on here. Hyper Rocker. And it's got a new feature, suspension. So it's a little bouncy. So you could put it on like a bed or something, and it would basically be like all-terrain. Well, not all-terrain, but you get the idea. This shading of blue is kind of interesting. Just like with some of my other cars that I featured on this channel, it may come off in different shadings of blue on camera, and then it appears different in like people's visions, which is pretty cool. It's like a cerulean teal. So that's Hyper Rocker. Here's another new model, Heavy Hitcher. This is an interesting one. Looks semi-realistic, I thought this was going to be a pretty big casting, but no, this is a very interesting looking, oh, I didn't even notice this little towing apparatus bounces. That's really cool. So it can support the weight of the car that it's holding. So I got slide kick here, and I'm just gonna hold it down. So depending on the weight of the car, it can hold it down, and it will even accommodate the weight of the car. That is really cool, even though it may, depending on how heavy, it's probably gonna push it up a little. Next up is a very interesting, just like MotoWing, it's a very bizarre looking Hot Wheels car, and I'm probably gonna tell you why. But this is I Believe, and this is an alien themed Hot Wheels car. It's part of the HW Space series, just like Rocket Fire. And if you look at the card art, you can see there's like an alien skeleton thing inside of it. I don't know. They said there's like an alien driver inside of it in the description. Oh, and I forgot to show the other descriptions of the other cars. I will show you them in a little bit. Here is Heavy Hitcher. Hyper Rocker. And where is Slide Kick? Slide Kick. All right, so sorry for me going off topic, but I just had to get this out the way. But yeah, here's I Believe. This is a really interesting casting, since I don't think they've ever tapped on, well, maybe they might have tapped on aliens once, but I could be wrong. This is a just like Turbo Uncharged, it's like a mix of plastic and metal, and the base is made of a clear plastic, like a smoke tint plastic, which is pretty cool. This is a really weird casting. Really, really weird. Especially for an alien casting. Well, I mean, aliens can be a weird topic sometimes. I don't tap into aliens, but, you know, this can be, you know, the topic of aliens can be very touchy and weird sometimes. Not referring to Area 51 or anything. And our last casting is an interesting one, because I actually saw a prototype of this model in Orange Track Diecast. They showed a picture of this model's prototype along with a few others, not any of these other castings right here, but this is Gruppo X24. And the blister's a little loose, so it was an easy removal. Here's the description of the car. And this is a original car. This is not even though the name sounds like a realistic car, this is a purely original Hot Wheels car. And it's got a chin spoiler that moves. If I can get it to move. It's not that noticeable, but yeah, the colors look very cool. The colors look very nice on this casting, like shades of red, white, and blue. Very, not patriotic, but like it's very, very interesting, like for an X-Racers car. I thought the back piece would fold down, but this is a very interesting casting. I've been looking forward to this one ever since I saw the prototype. I've always wanted to see what this casting would look like as an actual release, instead of just seeing a prototype of it. I think it was shown last year in one of the conventions. So with that out of the way, that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in a future video. And the signature car of this video is the Gruppo X24. Anyways, guys, take care. Bye.